Hello, everyone. Welcome to Morning Coffee. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, this is going to be your general energy reading for your Wednesday, your hump day, August 5th, 2020. Please keep in mind that time is an illusion and energies are fluid. So, just because this is a reading dated for the 5th of August doesn't mean that it absolutely has to resonate for you at that time. Whenever you are guided to watch this reading and it resonates, then that is the message for you in that moment. Also keep in mind that this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. It is Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen, and you know what that means. We've got happy hour tonight. So the floor is officially open if you would like to get on the list. Information is in the description box down below. PayPal.me/Divine Conversations, $25. Make sure you put your question in the notes section of your payment. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on YouTube. Yes? Awesome. You know, I used to go live on Instagram first and do a collective reading. Should I do that this time? Let me know. That might be a little bit tricky because I have some things to handle with Betty. Betty's better, by the way. I just need to replace the radiator and she will be drivable, you guys. I am so excited. But anyway, I have some things to handle with her today in the afternoon. So maybe going live on Instagram might get a little tricky, but if you guys want me to like start doing that again, please let me know. So when I started happy hour when I first started doing happy hour or having happy hour sessions, I would start the session with a collective reading and then go into the personal readings. But then I stopped doing that and I started doing the collective reading on Instagram first. And so I think I might want to do that again this time. I don't know. You guys let me know, okay? Okay, that's about it. So, with that said, let's get into today's message, yes? Cool. Hi, Spirit. Please make me a clear channel for the collective at this time. Please bring forward the best messages to serve the highest good of all involved for our Wednesday, our hump day, August 5th, 2020. Thank you so much, Spirit. All right, kids, we're giving this 5 shuffles. 1. So, a little bit of story time, 2. I've been here for 3 months now. No, I'm entering 2 months. I'm sorry, 2 months. I'm entering into my 3rd month right now. We'll say as of the 3rd of August. 3. And I'm already getting to the point where I'm like really starting to learn the back roads. This is 4. There's this one way that I normally go to get to a major thoroughfare, which is called 2 here in Puerto Rico. And this is 5. And it's been blocked off for the last few days, like the very end of it. Like you drive all this way and you get to the very end of it. You can see Route 2 right there, but they closed it off because they're doing something. Either they're removing something or like fixing power lines or something like that. There's doing something down there. This is 5. And so I had to turn around and go a different way. And instead of going the super long way, which was all the way up, back up the mountain and then down the other side of the mountain, only to have to drive around to get to the road, instead my intuition told me to turn at this one spot. And so I did, and I followed my intuition the whole way, and it was windy, and I used my sense of direction, and boop, I found it. And I did it all by myself. The first time I did it, there was a line of cars behind me, and they were all following me. So I guess I took that as either they thought I knew where I was going, or they knew where they were going. They were going, and we were going the right way anyway. But I felt so proud of myself, y'all. And it was one of those like really windy, steep, narrow, treacherous roads. But thank God it had been like repaved, because there's this one road that I went on. I never want to drive on that road ever. Ooh, no. But anyway, I feel really proud of myself. Oh, hold on. Sorry guys, bear with me here. I want to burn some sage. I'm gonna get some sage going. Sorry, I know story time is backwards today, isn't it? Y'all are probably sitting there all hot and heavy with anticipation, like, damn, Eric, will you just shuffle the cards and get the message already? Yo ass gonna have to wait. Yeah, that's right. I said it. Yo ass gonna have to wait. Oh, I love you guys. Okay, cool. So now we can do this. So let's see what you guys want to talk about today. Ooh. Okay, at the bottom of the deck we have the Four of Wands. This is a good thing. This is a good thing. Okay, this is good. All right, so the first stack of cards that came out has death and rebirth at the bottom. Okay, so this is basically just death. But death is a transformation. There is a transformative process that's going on here. With the Ace of Swords and the Six of Pentacles, there is an understanding of where true reciprocity lies, or maybe you're starting to get a perspective or a new point of view on what real reciprocity is for you. No matter what this involves, I mean, obviously we've been talking about love a lot, and to be quite honest, to be honest, you guys, even though I'm over here being a bitter bitch a lot of the time about love, most readings are love readings. Quite frankly, it's hard to explain, but like, love is everything. Love is in everything. Love makes everything. So, and even the act of, like, say, me doing this for you and everyone, me providing this type of reading or this type of service is an act of love anyway. So love is going to shine through. Makes sense? But okay, anyway. So regardless of what this means, I mean, I am feeling like this could be a relationship, like a romantic relationship, but it also could be business matters. You could really be deciding on or pinpointing exactly what it is you do and do not want to experience in terms of being a team player or being a respected member of a team, you know, that kind of energy. And then with all of that, you do have the Two of Pentacles. So I feel like with the Two of Pentacles, there is a sense of desiring balance, yes, but I also feel like there's some work being put into striking a balance in your life, setting boundaries, making sure things are as reciprocal as they possibly can be. And then there's another stack that has fallen out here. It's the Devil with the Four of Swords. So I think, I'm hearing pensar in my head. So, and I believe pensar, it means to think. And I really feel like someone is really taking some time to really think things through, to understand their surroundings, to understand how things are toxic or codependent. This may be a time period where someone is really meditating very hard on it, or maybe is being very observant, very watchful on how things flow, who provides what, who follows through with what. I am picking up on somebody here deciding between two people, maybe, or at least comparing one person's reciprocal actions to another's lack of reciprocal actions. I'm also picking up one person's sense of like real true love and wanting to and being able to show that, and someone that just says they love you or wants you to think that they love you, but then they don't really follow through with that. They don't really take all the necessary actions. They don't do the things that would really show you that, yeah, they really truly love me, or they really do want to be with me, or something like that. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the Four of Wands. Yep, with the Hanged Man. Look at that. The Four of Wands with the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man represents a change in perspective. The Four of Wands is solid, a solid ground, a solid foundation, is celebration, is reaching a milestone, reaching a checkpoint where it's like, okay, we've done some really good work here. Let's chill for a second, but don't like party too hard because we still got more work to do, but we're off to a good start so far, right? That's kind of what the Four of Wands represents. I do feel like, however, this Four of Wands is more of an internal energy for you. This is like internal foundation, internal solid ground, or at least the strongest thing I feel is that this is an understanding that is now settling in. You know, this is an understanding or a change in perspective that is, that has been integrated, but then also Spirit said is growing roots now. Like something has been set into place. An understanding has been set into place, maybe a change in belief system, definitely a change in perspective with the Hanged Man, and now it's actually starting to grow roots and get stronger and get more foundational, I would kind of want to say, you know what I mean? And then I do want to say this, underneath the Hanged Man is the Five of Swords, yes, and then the King of Cups. The Five of Swords is speaking to lose-lose energies, fighting a losing battle. Nobody wins when the Five of Swords energy is around. Even if you come out on top, even if you seem to be the victor, really nobody wins with the Five of Swords. But the Five of Swords is here in this circumstance or in this situation because it feels like someone is actually walking away from the battle. If you look at traditional depictions of the Five of Swords, it shows one person holding 3 swords while 2 other people have dropped their individual swords down on the ground and are like kind of walking away, kind of like with their head hanging down because, you know, they've been defeated. But that speaks to not giving into the battle. Like instead of staying and fighting this losing battle that you know that even if you win, you really don't, nobody wins here. Instead of staying and fighting, you just back away and be like, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. And so that's what I feel like someone's doing. And especially with this King of Cups energy here, the King of Cups is emotional maturity. Having the emotional maturity to say, you know what? No, not doing this any longer. This is good. Now, another thing that I'm getting with the Four of Swords and the Devil is that I feel like some of you either need to take time or are wanting to take time to yourself in order to enjoy your own space, your own freedom, and in order to process whatever this toxic energy, this codependent energy, this addictive energy even of the devil has been for you, whatever that's been for you, okay, whatever it is you're walking away from. But then there are some of you that I'm feeling like you're keeping to yourself out of fear. Out of fear. I just heard you don't want to let yourself out of your cage. Why? What are you afraid of? Now, think about it this way. If this is in terms of, you know, this devil energy or this toxic situation or toxic codependent relationship, marriage, whatever, if that's what has put you in this cage that you now don't want to come out of, you need to recognize that this was just that devil toxic energy manipulating you, and you need to set yourself free now. You don't have to stay in this cage any longer. The devil doesn't have to have any. I don't care what the devil said to you. I don't care what the devil made you believe. I don't care what the devil how the devil twisted things and blah, 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 boop, 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 and all that bullshit. I don't care about that. Because quite honestly, the devil cannot have power over you unless you continue to hand it to him. So, quite frankly, my dear, I think it's time for you to take your power back. Ace of Wands with the Empress. I'm still at the bottom of the deck, y'all. Ace of Wands with the Empress. The Ace of Wands is inspiration. The Ace of Wands is wanting to move in a new direction, feeling inspired, blah, 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 blah. The Empress is unconditional love and abundance. The Empress would never treat you the way the devil treated you. The devil wants to control you, wants to take your power, and even wants to use it against you, I would say. But the Empress, oh no. Your power is yours, honey. Let me nurture you. Let me provide for you so that you can have even more access to that power. Let me build you up so that you can see just how much of an amazing, beautiful person you are. Just as you are. Not the way this person or this situation made you out to be. No, the way you are. All right, these are all going at the back at the bottom. And I am going to start clarification. Yes, yes, okay. So Spirit wants me to start with this devil energy, so that's what we're gonna do. Let me move these out of the way first. We'll get to that in a second. So, let's give this 5 shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okie dokie. Four of Swords with the Devil. What else can you tell us about this, Spirit? At the bottom of the deck, you have the Sun. Now, the Sun is the best card in the deck. Yes. But the Sun, keep in mind, the Sun brings illumination, right? And it's the Sun. It's a big ball of fire in the cosmos. So, like, shit's gonna burn sometimes, right? But even still, and I said this because this kept coming out for the July readings, even if it burns you a little bit, it's still probably one of the best things that's ever happened to you. The realization or the illumination that the Sun is bringing to you, even though it may burn you a little bit, is actually probably really fucking good, huh? Okay, so then the first card that came out is the King of Swords. The King of Swords is saying, you absolutely need to see this as it truly is. Whatever this devil energy is or has been for you, you have got to see it as it truly is. Stop lying to yourself, Spirit just said. For some of you, you're lying to yourselves by thinking you need to stay in this cage that the devil put you in. Fuck that. Man, fuck that. Oh my God. Y'all, you've got the Empress with the Queen of Cups now. Look, I'm gonna keep it 100, okay? I'm not even gonna sugarcoat this shit. Somebody is choosing between an Empress and a Queen of Cups. And this Queen of Cups is emotional and manipulative. Over emotional and manipulative. Doesn't know how to control her emotions. Probably doesn't even want to control her emotions. Blatant disregard for the emotional well-being of others, but also because she has blatant disregard for her own emotional well-being. This doesn't have to be a woman. This can be a man. It doesn't matter. And yes, we're gender neutral on this channel, but also it's more about the energy of what this card or what this represents. The Queen of Cups represents someone, when they're balanced and harmonious, the Queen of Cups is someone that is very, very, very aware of her emotions. I mean, like, look at how focused she is on that cup, right? She's very aware of her emotions. She's really not, well, she has good boundaries. She's nurturing, she's loving, she's unconditionally loving, she's caring. But she knows the balance of give and take. You know, and she's very sweet and all that good stuff, right? But when she's negatively aspected or when she's unbalanced, she's manipulative, she's overly emotional, she starts fights for no reason, she's probably extremely clingy, probably very selfish, and that's kind of what I'm feeling here for this Queen of Cups. So it doesn't have to necessarily just be a woman, it could be a man also, but it's whomever would be expressing this kind of emotional imbalance, right? And then you have the Empress, who is all queens in one. The Empress is the queen of all queens. So the Empress embodies the energies of the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. Like, you got a whole package here, like the whole package here. And then you have this half-assed mess I mean, I don't mean any disrespect, but if somebody is going to sit here in this energy and not do what it is that they need to do to remain emotionally balanced and grounded, and then go around blaming everybody else for the bullshit that happens in their life, this is a mess. Straight up and down. There are no two ways about it, y'all. Let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it 100. Straight up mess. You need to see it for what it truly is. And when you finally walk away from that, 5 of Swords again, when you finally walk away from this and say, you know what, I'm fighting a losing battle, I'm out of here, that's when the doorways open up for you. 8 of Wands. That's when communication can come in. That's when you can Spirit just said that's when you can see the light of day. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, the sun. See the light of day. Underneath the sun is the 9 of Pentacles. Ooh, you gotta be strong enough to stand on your own, boo boo, broski, honey baby, boo boo chow. All right. So let's talk about this. Death, Ace of Swords, 6 of Pentacles, and 2 of Pentacles. I mean, only one card has come out. I'm going to get another shuffle on this, but there you go. There's that mental prison that you need to break out of, the 8 of Swords. So to me, this is saying that this transformation that you're going through, this transformation that you're going through is in fact a transformation that is helping to break you out of some limiting beliefs, limited belief system, a limited understanding of yourself and your abilities, because this toxic devil energy over here was trying to pigeonhole you, was trying to keep you down, was trying to make you think that you're inadequate if you don't do X, Y, and Z, whatever the fuck that is. You know what I mean? Like, and it's crazy. It's kind of crazy, you guys, because I'm feeling into this, and I'm feeling like this is a type of situation in which someone, okay, yes, Spirit just said it's a codependent relationship, okay, but it feels like this is a situation in which someone tries to lock somebody down, or tries to keep somebody in some sort of mental prison, or some sort of belief system to keep them in control in some way, all while saying, but I do it because I love you. Thank you. You what? I'm sorry. Hold up. Wait, hold on a second. Wait, I'm so sorry. Back up. Rewind. You what? How the hell can you love me while sitting here bashing me, degrading me, talking down to me, constantly pointing out my flaws, constantly pointing out this, that, and the third that I didn't do right? Like, that is not unconditional love. That's narcissism. That's abuse. That's manipulation. This is the type of situation in which someone beats you down to keep you in a lower vibration so you don't wise up and leave their ass. Underneath the deck right now, we have the 9 of Wands, but then we also have the King of Cups underneath that. Perseverance and emotional maturity. Somebody has been persevering, you guys. All because of a sense of duty and responsibility. That, quite frankly, their partner or whomever else is involved in this situation feels like they weren't keeping up their end of the bargain. They were putting it all on your shoulders, weren't they? Let's look a little deeper at this 8 of Swords, please. Six of Cups. So this is either a soulmate or a karmic partner, or just somebody that you've been with for a long time, or someone you've been involved with for a long time, someone from the past. Maybe that keeps coming back around or keeps showing up in your life somehow. You have that with the 7 of Swords and the Page of Wands. This is a liar. This is a cheater. This is a thief. This is someone that doesn't know their own, Spirit just said it again, someone that doesn't know their own emotional value or well-being, but then they'll go around trying to make everyone feel bad about themselves because they think they got it. Bitch, y'all about to piss me off now. Yo. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Pentacles. This person is in a lack mentality. Misery loves company. I bet you this is a know-it-all, a busybody. Somebody that's always up in everybody's mess. That song, How You Gonna Tell Me by Maya. At least if you were gonna try and give advice about my life, have your own shit right, cause you ain't even living what you preach to me. So please, how you gonna tell me? Bitch, fuck out of here. I think what I want to do is I want to get a final clarifier from Spirit in terms of advice for this situation right now. I mean, it doesn't feel all too necessary because it already feels like somebody is taking actions to make a change, or at least is really, really thinking about it pretty long and pretty hard. But I don't want to leave it here. I want to close it out on a positive note, hopefully. We'll see what Spirit says about it. And then we're going to get Oracle guidance, but I got to start a new file first, so hold on just a second. Hello there. Okay. So we're going to go to the Golden Universal Tarot for this. And I just want to get a final closing message from Spirit in terms of this relationship or this circumstance or situation for you. And actually, I'm going to give this 6 shuffles. 6 shuffles for love. Yes? Excellent. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. And 6. All right, closing message, please, Spirit. Yeah. That's enough. Okay. You guys have a new... The advice here, Spirit is saying, is that you have a brand new opportunity right in front of your face. Right in front of your face. Page of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. So the Page of Pentacles is a new start. I like to see the Page of Pentacles as a representation or an indication that you have leveled up somehow, and now you are finding yourself in a new reality in which you are able to take all of the things that you have learned from whatever it is you moved out of and apply it to this new space. I do see the Page of Pentacles as an apprentice. The Page of Pentacles is an apprentice. But that doesn't mean that you have downgraded or you're less than in any sort of way. No, it's just that you've reached a new level, and now it's time. You have to give yourself time to like catch your footing again. You know, to understand these new this new reality, these new surroundings. Okay, but the first card that I saw is the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands was saying that someone needs to take action, start moving forward with something that they are inspired towards. Maybe even inspired by. And then that's when the Ace of Wands came out, and I was like, yep, it's time to take up this torch and start riding off into the sunset. Okay, you have the Tower with the 3 of Swords, and also the 6 of Cups and the Page of Cups. Now, I can read the 6 of Cups and the Page of Cups 2 ways, but let's start this way. In terms of the 3 of Swords and the Tower, it's time to put an end to a toxic relationship. It's time to put an end to a heartbreaking situation. Something that just breaks your heart over and over and over again. And yet still keeps coming back around. But look, homie, I'm gonna be real with you. The only reason this situation continues to be able to break your heart is because you keep letting it back in. thinking that it's going to change somehow, when nothing really ever changes. You just end up in the same place over and over. Six of Cups, Page of Cups. So the first way I want to say this, in terms of the Three of Swords and the Tower, which is putting an end to a really toxic, heartbreaking relationship, is that this situation, you might have been dealing with this person for a long time. This might be a near and dear soulmate to you. This may be like a best friend or whatnot, but this person doesn't have the emotional responsibility to really carry out the type of relationship you want, or the type of relationship anybody really needs. However, I don't want to say it really that way, because anything that you're going through is something you need to experience ultimately so you can learn from it, right? But if we're talking about the ultimate relationship, the ultimate business partnership, the ultimate creative partnership, the ultimate family dynamic, the ultimate romance, boyfriend-girlfriend situation, husband-wife situation, ain't gonna come from no Page of Cups. Let me say it again. It ain't gonna come from no Page of Cups. No Page of Cups energy is going to be able to provide you with the emotional stability and foundation that you need in order to really carry out a strong, healthy, balanced relationship. I don't care how long you've been dealing with this person, Six of Cups. I don't give a flying fuck. If it hasn't changed yet, it ain't gonna change anytime soon. And quite frankly, I think you know that by now. So let me just be real, let me just keep it 100, let me just keep it honest, boo. It's time to go. It's time to burn this tower down. Burn that shit to the ground, man. Burn it to the ground. Because quite honestly, the tower that stands now is standing directly in the way of the new tower you could build that would be so much better for you. If you would just allow this to come down. Yeah? Cute. Okay. Underneath the Page of Pentacles is Strength. And the Hierophant. And then the Four of Cups. But then the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. Basically, what this was saying is, with the Page of Pentacles and Strength, you need to have the strength to step into the new reality that's ripe and ready for you. Hi, Lester. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Thank you. You have to have the strength to step into your new reality and to not give up or not to pass up on a situation that is being offered to you because of what everyone else might say or what society might think, or maybe even in terms of what it is you may have learned on your journey in the past that has gotten you to this position. And in that way, I mean like allowing yourself to pass up on an opportunity because you've learned negative things or experienced negative things in the past, and you don't want that to happen again. I mean, it doesn't have to happen again, but that's only if you have been able to really learn the lesson and not allow it to happen again. You know what I mean? Moving to the Knight of Cups with the Knight of Pentacles, to the Ten of Pentacles, I really feel like there's someone here that really truly wants to, this is kind of marriage energy, especially with the Hierophant. This is someone here that really wants to like be in the long haul, that really wants to express themselves, that really wants to open their heart, that really wants to take the time that it really takes to build some sort of relationship like this, Ten of Pentacles. And this is something that develops over time. Spirit wants me to keep these out. This is something that develops over time. It's not going to happen overnight. Sure, you might feel that instant spark with someone, and now all of a sudden you can't get them out of your head. They're like everything, they're everywhere, blah, blah, blah. But okay, that's fine. You still need to learn to temper your energy, though, Knight of Wands, and really go with the flow. Allow things to develop over time. If someone is trying to rush you towards something, man, that is a big old red flag. Big old red flag. All right, let's close this out with some oracle guidance. We're going to go with the crystal mandala today. 3 shuffles. 1. 2. And 3. That's a good one. That's a good one, kids. we have card number 41, Goddess Ishtar and Astrophilite. Daring Rebirth. I know that shit is right. I know that shit is right. Okay. We bring you the empowerment of daring rebirth. The bold spirit in you claims the divine defiance of the phoenix. It refuses defeat at every turn. No matter who or what may seek to overpower your spirit, your peace, your loving heart, and your wild optimism, you shall triumph in a divine and daring rebirth. Do not limit yourself with expectations, whether from another or your own mind. There is so much possible for you, a radically different and new you to become. Believe, and so shall it be. Fucking right. I want to read more of this. It takes daring to imagine a new life. Boldness of spirit and willingness are needed to allow yourself to embrace and live that different life. You can be in this world as you choose to be. The truth of you can have many different versions, some fearful, some free. There is so much that is possible for you to experience in this life. You have the light and power of a living sun inside of you. Rebirth is a new life, a different you, that is truthful, authentic, and yet more vibrant, radiant, vivid, and free. It is possible for you to have all of this. The requirement for rebirth, however, is an experience of shamanic death. This is not physical death. It is spiritual transformation. It requires that whatever is keeping you from living a happier, freer, more beautiful, joyful, and soul-satisfying life be sacrificed, be allowed to die, so to speak, so you can be born anew. To the extent you have believed yourself to be those things, felt attached to them, or that your identity was wrapped up in them, you will feel like you are dying along with them. You are changed through this process. You will not feel, think, behave, or believe as you did prior to it. Shamanic death creates transformation so profound as to allow a more real you to emerge from the process. It strips you of what you have believed yourself to be, and what is left is the real you, unencumbered, unveiled, and true. The need for daring is because shamanic death and rebirth can frighten the mind, especially the ego. Whilst you will be celebrating after the process happens, when you are going through it, your fears will be stimulated. This is supposed to happen. How else can you lay your fears aside unless you confront them and choose to let them go? If they are hiding in the shadows, you cannot deal with them. Your fear might be of success, of your own value, of being alone or being rejected, abandoned, judged, ridiculed, shamed, or ignored. That's all that Hierophant energy, right? The hive mind, the collective consciousness in certain cases, the social conditioning, the social conformity, the indoctrination, all that stuff. That's the Hierophant energy, the negative side of the Hierophant, right? Your fear might be that you'll mess up or regret your decisions. It might be that you won't know who you are if you are not your job, relationship, role as a parent or healer, or any other limited identity you have tried to project your entire being into. Life on the other side of that fear might seem unfathomable to your mind. You might worry that you will simply cease to exist. Just to be clear, however, no one who has transitioned from fear-based reality into love-based reality has ever said or will ever say, I miss my fear-based reality. Although it can be painful, what you are giving up will not be a cause for regret. You know what? I'm just going to read this whole thing. The extent to which you are willing to dare to confront and release your fear rather than believe your fears are accurate reflections of reality, it is the extent to which you can experience rebirth. your rebirth can be so radical, so daring, that you will feel as though you are living an entirely different life within this one lifetime. The oracle of daring rebirth comes to you when there is an opportunity to confront a fear and release it, to let go of a belief system or behavior that is getting in the way of the life you actually dream of living, the Tower. It's your decision whether to challenge that fear now, later, or at all. If you are doubting your readiness and capacity, however, this oracle suggests that you are more ready than you think you are, and that your time is now. There is a new you emerging. It might shock your friends and family. People may accuse you of not being you anymore, but you are becoming more you than ever before. Trust the new you emerging in the greater authenticity and strength you are discovering in yourself. You do not have to squash your being to fit in with the expectations of others. The Hierophant. Through daring rebirth, you tap into the courage you need not only to go through the process of transformation, but the spiritual sassiness you need to give yourself permission to love and be the new you that emerges at the other side of it. Treasure that self reborn, for it has been hard won and is a divine treasure. I am really glad I read that whole thing, because that was like way too perfect, but it is what it is, right? All right, kids. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this was helpful for you. I look forward to seeing you guys tonight for happy hour. And I also look forward to our next cup of coffee tomorrow morning. Yeah? Take care. Mwah. Bye.